Hello and welcome back, and today's video is all about showing the results of our spring renovation. Hello and welcome back to the Lawn Association YouTube channel. Today we're going to be showing you the results. 7 weeks, 49 days from our early spring renovation. Now, there was a number of reasons we were looking at this lawn and the early spring renovation. One of it, if you remember, we started on February the 1st. We were talking about whether February is going to be the new March the 1st, I suppose. And what we were trying to do is show people, if you use the right species and the right maintenance, how you can get actually a lawn ready for early spring, because we are in early spring. We're at the 23rd of March at the moment, and it's been, as I say, 7 weeks since we started scarifying. Bit of moss control, a little bit of true grass. We haven't tried to mimic anything, we've just really got the grass growing and a little bit of sunshine. It's still jolly cold at times. We're lucky at the moment, we've got a little bit of sunshine coming up, but it's actually been very, very dry. So that was one of the first things, was to see whether we can shift the pattern of spring scarification to a month earlier. The second part about the perfect lawn was to show that when you choose the right grass species, the grass and nature actually does a lot of the work for you. And some of that you can see as we stand at the moment. So 49 days, not much happening weather-wise. It's been a little bit warm, but other than that, come and have a little look. Now what you'll see, this is a bent grass lawn. You can quite see there's some nice growth in here at the moment. It's just been mowed a couple of times, nothing spectacular. But you can start to see the lawn is pretty much filled in. You've got to remember, we've done about 1 hour's work on this lawn. That was scarifying it, that was putting a moss control down, it was putting a feed down, and that included obviously clearing up the debris off the lawn. But the whole time, the idea behind the perfect lawn was to think about how plants grow. Now when it comes to lawn care, there are many people that look at the perfect lawn and look at it in a very different way. I'm looking at this saying, well, I don't want to be a slave to my lawn. I don't want to be doing more than an hour's work a year on renovating it if I can. So by choosing this grass species, we've got a grass species that is doing a lot of it for us, because every time it grows, we cut it and the growth is diverted sideways. So this lawn now, even 49 days in, is just going to get thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. It may not be the greenest lawn in the world, but that's down to individual choice. We're not looking for that. We're just trying to show that lawn care can be done sustainably. It can be done early, and if you use the right grass species and concentrate on the benefits of the soil, it can be actually really, really simple to do, and everyone in the country could be doing this sort of job without too much hassle. If we go down the route of the ryegrass lawn, which many do, you'll start to see a few of those videos popping up now where people do renovate a ryegrass lawn. They've managed to get on there, ground is firming up a little bit, and they're able to now start scarifying and overseeding. This lawn will never need overseeding, never. This is a plant, as we showed you on one of the previous videos, where we're pruning the grass because it's prunable. Stoloniferous grass, where it creeps this way, is prunable. Ryegrass isn't. You always end up with the same grass all the time. So what we've essentially done is make the plant do all the work. We've let nature do all the work. We've added, in this case, the beautiful True Garden, True Grass product here, which is going to start working on the soils if we ever do get any rain, that is. So it's very, very simple. Now, you know, looking down at this lawn now, I mean, yes, it's not perfect, but this is not meant to be a perfect lawn, other than in how you want to maintain it. There's a very, very different ideology from what I want from my perfect lawn as the next person. So I don't want to be mowing this more than once a week. I don't necessarily want to be doing anything in terms of weed control. And you've got to think, this has had no weed control. Now, there are weeds in here. There's a few sat in there, perfectly happy. I'm not bothered about them, and they're not bothered about me. So I'm not looking for that perfect weed-free environment. This grass will keep them down to a minimum, because the grass is filling in so quickly that a lot of them don't have the chance either. And what you can see, that even with a little bit of non-herbicide use, you can't particularly see the lawns. People think a stripe is something to do with quality, which is again a personal choice, but there's weeds in here, there's little bits of clover in here, but the grass is the dominant plant, and that's growing really, really well. So when we look at the fact that this was done on the 1st of February in freezing cold temperatures, we've got fairly good soils here, we've got good thatch control going on. We've made use of that early bit of temperature that we've had here in the UK for sort of February and early March, and we've just let nature make this work. You know, we haven't forced anything. It's 7 weeks really, and all we've been doing since we did the renovation was just 1 or 2 mows. I think we've only done about 4 mows on it, and as you can see, the colour's good. When we do get some rain, this will fill in a lot quicker, and we'll do another update at some point as well. But this is how easy lawn care can be if you use the right grass species, if you make it work for you. You know, you can learn a lot about bent grass, fescues and ryegrasses on the online learning course. If you want to understand about soils, you'll realise that using products like this are far more beneficial than a lot of these gimmicky fertilisers, I'd call them, where we're feeding the plant all the time. If you just feed the plant all the time, all it does is make you mow and mow and mow and mow. Not particularly beneficial. You know, I've been in this industry 41 years and looked after one of the best golf courses in the world, and didn't do it by overusing fertiliser. You do it by simple soil biology. If you make soils work, your plants work. We can make them greener, yes, but it doesn't mean that you've got a perfect lawn in any shape or form. But this, to us, to me, is perfect. This, for a homeowner anywhere in the country, could have been out there and had their lawn ready by the end of March. 2/3 of the way through March, certainly by the end of March, their lawn could be ready. All you've got to do then is just look after it and mow it for the rest of the season. If you want to add some food, then do so. But that's how simple lawn care can be if you choose the right grass species, you choose the right maintenance for that grass species as well. So all in all, it isn't as difficult as people think. We've got no moss on here. We just put 1 moss control down. It looks pretty good from what I can gather. So when you, or if you do think about taking the course, you'll learn, and obviously by looking at the videos that we had for this spring, you'll learn that it's not actually down to having very expensive bits of equipment. It's not down to using multitudes of products that are going to promise the world. It's down to simple soil biology. It's down to simple plant techniques. You know, if you know and understand how a certain plant grows, you know then what is going to benefit it. Lots of people do things called what we call verticutting, for example. Now, if you verticut this is just going to get even thicker during the rest of the year. If you verticut ryegrass, it's not going to get any thicker. In fact, all you're going to do is thin it out, and not particularly beneficial to thin your lawns out that often, but people go a little bit crazy on them. But this, if you verticut this throughout the year, you would get a much thicker and denser lawn. Now, one of the downsides of verticutting throughout the year is that, generally speaking, it's going to dry your lawn out. Now, this lawn here has not received any water, and it won't receive any water throughout the year. That again is where soil biology comes into its own. If you make soils work, if you make the water storing space in your soils work, this sort of plant has the ability to shut down. It's been here for millions of years, has the ability to shut down, go a little bit brown during the summer, which to me is perfect. You know, water's the world's most valuable resource, and we need to be very careful with how we certainly water our lawns. That's another story completely, which we'll talk about one day. But from here, this is all about just mowing grass. Whether I put patterns on it, I put some on today, as you can see, nothing particularly fancy. I put some patterns on there just to make it stand out a little bit. But this is how easy it is. This is now just down to lawn mowing for the rest of the year. There'll be no herbicide on here. There'll be no irrigation on here. So it's sustainable lawn care. It's simple lawn care. And ultimately, anybody can do this, especially if you start with the right grass species. So there you go, 49 days. As simple as that. So anyway, that's today's video. If you do like, please hit that like button and the subscribe button. And if you're interested in learning a little bit more, please go ahead and look at the online learning course. And if you haven't ordered your little bit of True Grass fertiliser made from composted recycled food waste, which is available I think on Amazon as well now, then get your order in. This stuff is the stuff that's going to improve your, not just improve your lawn, but improve your lawn soils. That's why I've used this product in essence for over 30 years. I've maintained some of the best turf in the world, but I know that it becomes easy when you choose the right plant and the right food for it. It's quite simple. Okay, so other than that, I hope you do like the video. As I say, do like it, comment, and subscribe as well. And we'll be getting some new videos out very soon. So look forward to seeing you then. Thank you.